Welcome to Pocket Watchers. I'm your host, Treetop Chris. On this show, we talk about nurturing your wealth and cultivating your future through financial education. Let's talk finance, people. Peace, family. It's your boy, Treetop Chris, checking in for another episode of Pocket Watchers. We are out now at a new time on Tuesdays at 1 p.m. We are also live on TikTok. Every time I do this show, we go live on TikTok. And this is really for the people on social media who want a live and in-depth look at me in the studio. I'm just joking. For the people that are just joining in for the first time, this is episode 12. I think we're on. It could be 13. I think I'm starting to lose count. We put a lot of work in, but we've been consistent. I know it's the holiday season. I want to thank y'all for taking the time to actually listen to what I have to say, because I know I post a lot of stuff, some boring, some exciting. Some shows are more important than others to you in your financial life, but this is a show about money, but it's not going to be all about glamour and glitz. I do not care about Diddy. I'm not worried about 50 Cent, but at the same time, I want to give you some strategies that can actually help you through your day-to-day. I want to give you some insight that will actually help you change your life, something that you can give your kids to help them out in their financial life, And for the people that are listening on the radio, I want you to know, people on the radio, you can't see what I'm doing on TikTok. But if you can find me on TikTok, I'm Treetop Chris, and Instagram is Treetop Chris _ Peace, everybody. Everybody that's joining, how y'all doing? I can't see you. I know you're beautiful. I can't see you, man. I know you're looking good, man. Don't hurt them out here, ladies and gentlemen. Today's show, we're going to talk about a few different things, but main thing I want to talk about is some good budget strategies for you. We've talked about e-commerce in the past. We've talked about how to get monetized on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. We've talked about life insurance, retirement. Man, it's been some weeks. We talked about a lot of stuff on this show, but for the people that's just joining in, just letting y'all know you can't join my live. I know many people have tried it. Just know that it's not going to work. But if you got a question, just drop it in the comment box. I love to answer your questions. I love to get back to people after. I'm a real person. I answer real problems. I'm not one of those people that just spam everybody with what I'm doing and, I'm trying to make a quick buck. No, I've been on both sides of the game. I've lost all my money. I've lost all my credit. I went from $500 in the credit limit to $97,000 in the credit limit. I didn't go that far. My first time I did the funding run, I got 97 grand. And then I said, okay, if I can do this, I can show other people how to do it. And I made a mistake. And I showed a lot of people for free. Now, why would you say that, Chris? You showed a lot of people for free. What's wrong with that? I did show a lot of people for free. There's nothing wrong with that. But a lot of the guys, they took what I told them, and then they told as many people as they could, and then a lot of people ran off on the plug twice. For the people that are listening to me that are hip, you know what I mean when I say they ran off on the plug. They went and got the money from the bank that told them how to get, because I do coaching courses, and they didn't pay the bank back. They went and got CPNs, and they made fake names, and they got all of their money, and they didn't pay the bank back. So you know what the bank did? Besides going to the Fed, because now it's a little tidbit, right? 2025, if you have an LLC, they're going to charge you $400 a month just to have your LLC in 2025. So for all the people that went out and got LLC so you can get the bag and steal a bag, they coming for your bag. They want their bread, man. They want it. But that's because everybody heard about no doc loans and stuff like that. So you got a bunch of people that didn't have any type of past financially, going into the bank, getting $30, $40, $50, $60, $70,000 easy with no history on their business, just good credit. Now the bank said, okay, you got my money. The LLC's not making any money. You're not paying us back. And you know what you do with LLCs? You throw them in the trash. Y'all heard of Donald Trump. When he get in trouble, what did he do? File bankruptcy on the LLC. All the assets in the trust. He went, grabbed everything, put it in his pocket, and ran. He got out of there with it. But you can do the same if you like to get smoked. I don't like to get smoked. I do things on a straight and narrow. My clients that come to me, I make sure they on a straight and narrow. They ask me a lot of questions. A lot of y'all want to do a lot of frivolous things with your money. A lot of people want to give me a call and try to figure out if I know some backdoor schemes. I do, but I don't like going to places where it's bars. Not going to talk about the past, but let's just say it's uncomfortable there. And this time of the year is cold. And if you know you get locked up in the wintertime on a weekend, you ain't coming out till Monday. But hey, I'm calling this is Baltimore too. For the people on TikTok, that's where we talking from. We talking from Baltimore right now. Shout out to every other city out there, including the ones that's not in the U.S. and they speak different languages. If hopefully they can read my lips or something. I don't know. But either way, just know this is where we calling from. So shout out to your city where you at. I know you got finances in your city. It doesn't matter where you are. You worry about the money. And that's what we talk about. So if you ever get a chance, in the intro, we talk about my page. Just go down my page and look at the information. It's a lot of free information in there, y'all. If you don't care, if you care about the mainstream and what's going on in the world, that's great. But everybody has to worry about their money at some point. When you turn your phone off, you go to sleep, and you get up, you got to go to work. If you're not going to work, you're trying to figure out how you can make a buck. You probably already making a lot of money doing something else, but at the end of the day, you're going to worry about finances, and that's what I talk about all the time. Free information. I do offer my own coaching. I do offer my own financial services, but we're not going to get into that. Back to the show. What we talking about? We talking about financial strategies today, y'all. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the world of financial wellness. I like to spin on that. But anyway, we talking about budget plans today, y'all. Anybody got a budget plan? Does anybody budget? Or do you just be like, man, I got paid today. I'm going out. If it's Thursday, Friday, you broke by Monday. I hope that's not you, because if you listen to me, that's disrespectful. It's disrespectful to the trees, The trees ain't going nowhere. I need y'all to stay. I need y'all to be together and make these decisions that's going to affect everybody, because without the trees, you can't breathe, Anyway. Budget plan we're going to start with today. I kind of made it up. It was a little bit different at first. It's the 75, 15, and 10 budget. We talking about budget here, people. I know it's kind of boring, but don't be sad. It's going to help you. If you use it, it'll help you. And if it doesn't help you, just give me a call. Y'all got the link in my bio. If you don't got the link in my bio, like I said, I say how to get to me in the intro. But anyway, 75, 15, and 10, what does that mean? That means that 75% of your income goes to necessities. These are bills and everything you need to pay for, right? And then you got 15% to your savings. How many of y'all save? How many of y'all save? I know you some of you want people to see how much you're spending more than you want people to see how much you're saving. And it should be like that in some instances, but I need y'all to save for the long run, because one of the analogies I used a couple shows ago is basically you running around, you got all this money in your hand, right? You're trying to hold it with both hands. You got coins in your hand. You're running, they dropping out of your pockets. You can't hold them all. When you get out of this game, you can't hold your money forever. So the money that you don't plan on spending, at least plan on saving some of it. So that's 75, 15, and 10. 15% goes to your savings. 75% to the bills, everything you need to pay. 15% to your savings. 10% to your personal. Personal. What do I mean by personal, right? When you set a budget, they say that you should pay yourself first. How does that look? Think about a miscellaneous fund. I just got off the phone with one of my clients. I take the calls every single day. And the main topic that people try to avoid, but also try to incorporate, is miscellaneous spend. You should have money to spend at the club. You should have money to spend at the bar. You should have money to spend going on vacations, random outings with your friends. Put that into a box. Not just bills. You got to pay bills. Everybody got to pay bills, unless you stand with your peoples and you just reckless. If you're young, you ain't got no bills, congratulations, you're the best. But a lot of us, we got bills to pay. So what about having a miscellaneous fund as a bill? Don't think about it like, ouch, bill. Think about it like, man, I know I put my money to the side for me, so I know I'm good. If I want to spend $250 out to eat, I know I set $1,000 a month just for me to just rock off with, or $3,000 a month, or $4,000 a month. I don't know your pockets. This is Pocket Watchers, the radio show, but I don't know your pockets, because we haven't had that conversation. I always do 30-minute calls with people for free so we can just have a conversation, right? I don't even try to sell you anything. One of the options people pick is free advice. Just call me and ask me a question about finance. We had 30-minute conversation. It always go over because y'all are just rude, man. You're just rude. Just call me and take my time. Like, I don't have, it's other paying people. It's other paying people that call me and want my services. The ones that call me and just get my free advice. It's cool, but you only get once. So make sure you got a serious question when you call me. We're going to have a conversation. We're going to break it down real fast, real easy, and it's going to help you moving forward. But 75, 15, and 10 rule. 75% for income to necessities, 15% to savings, 10% to personal. I got another one, right? 50, 30, and 20. What about 50% to your needs, 30% to your wants, and 20% to your savings? We had one that was geared towards necessities, savings, and personal spending. This one is for needs, wants, and savings. What sounds more attractive to you? Something has to work out. You have to plan. And don't hate on me. Somebody called me Drake. Nah, Drake ain't bald. I'm bald head don't care. For people on TikTok, you already know. But anyway, back to what I was saying. 50, 30, and 20. 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings. Again, save y'all money, y'all. Just put something to the side, man. Put something to the side. I know some people, some of my clients come in, they was living in a room. Their room cost them $300 a month. They's making $1,200 a month. I help people from all walks of life. I mean, when I was living in one of my first apartments, my apartment was horrible. My apartment had mushrooms growing out of the bathroom ceiling. What? And I was behind on my rent. It was bad. I'm good now. My house is super big. I fit my apartment in there a couple times, but that's not the point. They say, what if I die tomorrow? I need to spend my money, bro. Oh, we talking about savings? No. Oh, yeah, let's go. All right, cool. Okay. What if you need to spend your money? You right. You right. You must not have no kids. You must not have no kids. If you don't have any kids, that's cool. But even if you have family members that you care about, right? You got no kids. You got family members you care about. You got a grandmother. You got a mother. You got a brother, sister, nephew, cousin, a friend, somebody. You want somebody to have and be okay when you're gone. I know you care about somebody. So that somebody can be a beneficiary for you when you pass away. Well, bye. People tell me bye. Y'all gotta see these people on TikTok. I really wish that I could broadcast this to the radio so y'all can see how these people talk to me on TikTok. But it's all good because we talking about budgeting. Even if you passing away, because we had a whole show about life insurance and retirement. That was last week's show. Well, a couple weeks ago anyway. We had a little transition right now for this period because we moved that into a new time. We used to be Wednesday at 6. Now we Tuesday at 1. So please respect the time difference. Just know you can always catch my replays of my whole entire show on YouTube if you want to check it out. Thanks for following me and all that stuff. But 75, 15, and 10, 50, 30, 20. I need y'all to take this and write it down. Unfortunately, for the people that just joined my show, every single time I get on the show, I try to give you a tip of something that you can write down, you can use immediately, right? Immediately. This is not, I'm not just talking about random gossip and people's life that I don't care about. Hello. What's up, Drew? Peace to you, family. We're talking about actual strategies that you can use in your life, right? So the 2 plans that I gave you, I try to mix them 2 together. And I came up with something called the 60, 20, and 20 rule. So 60% goes to your needs, everything that you need, right? You need to pay your electricity. You need to pay your health insurance. You need to pay gas. You need to pay rent. You need to pay insurance. Needs. You need to pay this stuff. So take this 60% and put it towards your needs. Now 20% to your wants. What do you want? What you want, family? What you want? I know you want to go somewhere. You want to go out. You want to buy some clothes. You want to get fly. Some new drip, whatever you want to call it. I'll be in the loop and out of the loop. 1 foot in, 1 foot out, because I'm focused on the bag, and my bag required me to lose track of what's going on in the world sometimes. But it's all good. I still pay attention because as long as my money's straight, it don't really matter what other people do. I hope y'all feel the same way. That was another show that I talked about. Don't worry about FOMO, fear of missing out. Y'all ever heard of FOMO? Fear of missing out? I don't care. I don't care what you got going on, because I'm rocking and rolling. I'm getting money, and I'm not stunting. I feel you. You already know, Drew. You already know. We not scared, man. We rocking. We stand in our lane, and we cruising. Some people sometimes they hop in your lane real quick. They there for a little bit, and then they get out your lane. It's frustrating because now you can't see where you're going for a split second. But it's all good. Say, listen to Young Ward. I don't know who that is. But yeah, shout out to Young Warden. That sounds like a horrible name. Young Warden. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna say he trash because I don't know who he is. He probably rocking it. He probably doing this thing out here. Shout out to Young Warden on SoundCloud, whoever that is. But anyway, back to the show. 60, 20, and 20 split. Can y'all try it for a second? Can you take your monies as a whole and just make sure that you put 20% to your savings? I'm talking about every check that you get, you break it down like this. Until you get good with every check, then you do it in a month. Because we start granular. If you rock with me, I give you the Treetop Financial Calculator. It takes all of your expenses, your income, your retirement, every single bill that you has, and it's split out into 4 numbers. Those 4 numbers include your debt payments, how much you're paying on debts a month. That's everything that comes out monthly that you can pay down to 0. That's a debt payment. We're not talking about just recurring payments, because recurring payments is stuff like Netflix and, Hulu and stuff like that. Please don't get on me for my accent, people, on here TikTok. But anyway, recurring payments are not debt payments, but we need to figure out what the debt payments are. We need to find out what your household expenses are. When I talked about that miscellaneous fund that you use for your own personal money, that is a part of your household expenses. The miscellaneous money that you spend on yourself to go out and do stuff, that's a part of your household expenses. In that sheet, it's going to break down your debt payments and your household expenses. It's going to calculate them together. It's going to tell you how much money you would have if you didn't have debt payments. And then it would tell you something about my favorite thing in the world, and that's cash flow. Cash flow, y'all. Y'all know what cash flow is? Do it yourself. Yeah, I know you can do it, King. I know you can do it. But who you going to tell about it? You sharing what you doing? You sharing the sugar? All right. Let people know what time it is. A lot of us want to tell people what we have, but they don't want to tell people how to get it. And then some of them don't even want to listen when you tell them how to get it. Then you tell them exactly what you got to do to get to be okay, and they don't want to hear it. But you tell them that you going to the Cabo, they be like, when you going? I'm trying to go to Punta Cana, Mexico, Miami or something. They don't want to know how you manage to save or handle your finances so you can go and it doesn't hurt. Because I want y'all to go on these trips. I want you to enjoy life. But you got to understand that you got to live through your cash flow. And your savings got to be there. Your household expenses got to include miscellaneous spend on yourself. These are just concepts that I know that y'all can use. Because all of the elite use them. They just don't want to tell you about them because, 1, you probably won't listen. Or 2, you'll listen and you'll forget, you won't implement it. I could say this stuff all day, give you ideas, but if you don't use them, then what? No point, right? That's practical speak for budgeting. So what can y'all do? What can y'all do? I gave you 75, 15, and 10. I gave you 50, 30, and 20, and mixed it up and gave you 60, 20, and 20. These are 3 different calculations. Just think about the big expenses that you have in one. You think about your savings in another column, and you think about your personal. However you want to split up and divide that, if you follow what I tell you, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. If you're not already good, because some of y'all are already good. Y'all just trying to see if I'm legit. Oh, no. I'm solid. Rock solid. 10 toes down. You ain't got to worry about me. That's one thing I can say. I'm not trying to sell you too much. I ain't trying to lie to you. None of that. You say, I'm trying to catch a possum with a fish hook. Kind of catch a possum with a fish hook. What do you mean by that? I don't know what that means, brother. I'm trying to nail. I don't know what that means. We talking finance, man. We ain't talking about fishing. Unless you're trying to teach a man how to fish instead of just giving him a fish. That's what I'm doing then. I'm trying to teach y'all how to fish instead of just giving you a fish. Because I can fund anybody. We've done it. We funded up to $280,000 for one person. We can get you the bag. That's not a problem. But what you do with it is what you need to really focus on. It's come to the point where now I won't even take you, man. If your finances are not in order, I won't even get you funded, man. Even if you qualify, I gotta see how you handling the bag, because I'm not gonna be responsible for y'all getting smoked, man. Like I said on one of my episodes, I got somebody $76,000. They went and bought an Escalade. That was stupid. Not my client anymore. I'm gonna say it's dumb. I'm just sorry. I was raised like that to be unapologetically honest. Sorry, it's my show. If you don't like it, kick rocks. Respect, though. I love y'all. I'm just joking. But yeah, I mean, these are just budget plans. You know, this is wealth management. We all grown here. If you're not grown, you know, you're probably a teenager listening to me. You got to get if you one of those young people, and when I say young people, I say 25 and under. You young like that, you got a lot of time to make mistakes. But if you get through understanding your finances early, your mistakes won't cost you as much as they will cost one of the old heads. You feel me? Somebody that's 40 years old making a mistake in their finances, they don't have a lot of time to reverse them. They don't. You got them by 20 years. Don't just be like one of those. This is what bothers me the most, I would say, is when people be like, you young, you got to be dumb while you can. No, man. No, that's when you got the sharpest brain. That's when you got the most absorption in life, man. You free of a lot of the consequences in your body, in your mind. When you young, take that time to absorb as much knowledge as you can, to sidestep as much BS as you can. You can still go out and party, but have your finances in order. When everybody looking up and they trying to go to school because they 40 years old, they like, man, I got to change my life. I got to do something. Because I know it's my friends was. A lot of my friends was. People that was close to me. Like, man, you know, I've been partying for 15 years, man. I need to get myself together and get a good job. Yeah, man, good luck with that. It's going to take you a little while. You got to go through school if you got to go through school. You got to go through some kind of skill program, you know. A lot of people, they go to the streets. We ain't gonna talk about them though. However you gotta get it. I'm not gonna judge you. Just know that I'm not with any of the other stuff. This is all legit money. We talking about people that's good enough and going to work, entrepreneurs, employees, people who you know, take risks, calculated risks, but not ones with their life. So respect to you if you out here, you're a street pharmacist, but that's not who I'm talking to. Talk to the regular folks out here and the people that's sitting on my live right now. Again, I appreciate y'all for checking me out. If you want to hit the link in my bio, it's a lot of free trade lines in there for people who are building their credit. It's a lot of websites in there for a lot of people that's building their credit. My website, again, is www.treetopfg.com. It's not as much information as my link tree that's on my bio on social media, but my social media tag, my engineer just said, get my social media tag. That's going to be treetopchris_ and Treetop Chris. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, IG, and TikTok. I'm on X or whatever they call it now. Is that X what they call it? Twitter? I don't know. It's weird. It's still rolling though. And I'm on what's the new? I think IG. IG has their own Twitter now. Was it Threads? Threads sound phony. Threads sound phony, dude. Like how you first Twitter was cool because they had the tweets, and then Elon was like, "Yo, I'm buying it. I don't want it to be tied to the people who try to stop me from buying it, so I'm gonna name it X." Like he was just being a jerk, just to name it X. Well, keep the awesome content coming. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, ski. Or yes, ma'am. I don't know if you girl or man. I just see like a. Either way, respect. I appreciate you. But yeah, Elon was tripping. But I don't know who the head is behind. Oh wait, that's Meta, right? I think Meta is Instagram. Yeah. So I mean, what's that? Zuckerberg? Yeah, Zuckerberg. Oh man, y'all seen Zuckerberg lately? He was trying to fight Elon. So he was studying to do MMA. I don't know if y'all saw that. The fight never happened though. That would have been hilarious. I actually did mixed martial arts myself. If y'all, some people say, bald head dudes like, they look like intimidating. Me, I'm light skinned with pink lips, and I don't think I could ever be that intimidating. Some people crack on me, some people don't, but it's all good. It say instead of tweeting, it say, do we call it Xting instead of tweeting? I don't know, dude. We call it trash. That's what we call it. But hey, he getting money, so I can't really speak too much. I mean, I don't have an X platform, so mine's Treetop FG. We call it the trees. Treetop Financial Group. That's what I got. I got people that follow me that get their finances in order, get good credit, and then they go start a business. Their business successful because they call me every day. And some of y'all get on my nerves, but it's okay. You're only supposed to talk to me during our scheduled calls, but you want to text me at 11:30 at night because you about to get a new Infinity tomorrow. It's all good. You leased it. It came out nice. But at the same time, you could have just set up a call. We could have figured out if we could afford it or not. Then you come back and we got to put it in the sheet. The sheet is live again for my clients, so we work off of that every single call, just to make sure we on point. Accountability, sometimes you just need that for people that you're friends with. You need to have somebody that's holding you accountable, man. Like, where's that friend? You got that friend that always makes sure you going out and doing what you want to do. Where's that friend that makes sure that you got your stuff in order too? When you're making a bad decision, they like, yo, I don't know about that, man. Like, where's that person at? Or do you just got a bunch of friends that's just super reckless? It's all good, but again, this show we talked about budget. It was kind of a shotgun show. Again, this is episode 12 of Pocket Watchers. We do get a lot more detailed on what we talk about, but again, this is a transitional show. But I want to say thank you for everybody who joined us today. We go live every week on TikTok at 6, but we're on the show every week Tuesday at 1, live on WOLBbaltimore.com. But it's your boy Treetop Chris checking in. Peace and love. You were just listening to Pocket Watchers, where we talk about nurturing wealth, cultivating the future through financial education.